What's up, you vagina burp? What up? Alright, there we go. I was thinking about some crazy old bastards today, and this kind of goes. I don't even know if I uploaded the video yet, but I talked about how like there's probably like a lot of old people who think that like blowjobs and hand jobs are like dirty shit. So like they stick to like the plain old like missionary or doggy style. They just kind of bang and might put on like a little nightgown, a little see-through nightgown action. But I was thinking more about those people, and I think it's really weird that like there's so many weird foreign ideas to them. Like to them, weight loss is all about dieting. It's not even exercise; it's straight up dieting. And I'm sitting here listening to my coworkers this morning talking about how. I was like, oh, you guys need to go get one of these coffee milkshakes. They're so fucking good. And they're like, oh, coffee milkshake. Aren't you on a diet? I was like, yeah, but, like, I burn calories. I need more calories to consume. So, oh, okay. Well, we're on diets. We can't really do that. And I understand, like, one of the girls, she's like, she's doing, like, a hardcore keto diet. So she can't, like, fuck around at all with sugars or, like, very high carb counts or anything like that. But, like, the old bastards in there that, they look like your typical old people. They gave up on trying to, like, keep their bodies, like, built and enduring and ready to fucking just kick ass. So, it's whatever. But, like, is it, like, why do they only think the dieting is the issue here? Like, oh, I just got to stick to some home-cooked meals and, cut back a little bit on the soda pop. Like, that isn't what dieting is, though. Like, that's a good start, but, like, you have to have workout in there. And I was telling them, I was just like, you just gotta burn more calories than you obtain or whatever, and it's, like, over their head or something, I don't know. But I had said at one time, like, I was like, oh, yeah, we just got done hiking yesterday or whatever. And he's like, oh, you go hiking? I was like, yeah, dude, like, all over the place. We've gone to a bunch of hiking spots, and he's like, wow, yeah. He's like, yeah, I used to do that when I was younger. And this dude's like maybe 40-something. Like, dude, what are you talking about? You can still walk out into the fucking woods and walk around. It's insanity. But old people are fucking weird. Oh, I've never had pumpkin coffee before. What fucking century did you, like, step out of? Like, 1940s? Like, pre-pumpkin coffee or what? Like, that's just really weird to me that people haven't had pumpkin coffee. Like, even when I was, like, full-on fucking recluse, like, I didn't fuck around with any coffee or go outside or do anything, I was aware of that shit. I was aware of pumpkin coffee and pumpkin lattes and shit. It's a meme. Not just a meme, but it's like a stereotype. It's widespreadly known. Like, not even in just America, but, like, in other countries. Like, oh, yeah, they just naturally correlate, like, white people with loving pumpkin products. But I don't know, to me it's weird that somebody can love coffee but not be aware of like pumpkin coffee. And maybe they're aware of pumpkin coffee, but why haven't they tried it yet? Whenever I go into a store and I see something I haven't tried before, I kind of want to try it. And when it's more so with when I'm working, for example. Like, if I walk into my dairy department and I see, like, this weird yogurt I've never tried before, I kind of want to try it. Or, like, if a new flavor comes out or something like that. Yeah, oh, yeah. Same thing with when I was working in grocery departments. Like, I'm stocking granola bars every night, so I ended up trying granola bars, and I ended up trying Fiber One cereal. I tried a bunch of weird shit that I've never ate before. But I always forget sometimes that some people, like, people don't work in grocery stores. So, like, I'm kind of an odd creature because I work in a grocery store and I work in another job with people who don't work in a grocery store. So when I say things like, like, oh yeah, the thing's BOGO this week, they're like, what's BOGO? Or I'll be like, oh yeah, this thing's on a buy two get three free this week, and they're like, is that good? It's like, well, for one, that's common sense. That's a really good fucking deal. And two, that's an extremely good deal. Shit doesn't go on sale like that. So like, it's like these people are so, I don't know, they're just ignorant. They don't really work around, like, items that you can sell and buy. So they don't really, like, get tempted to try new things out, or I guess shit like that. That's the only thing I can think of, maybe. But how crazy is it gonna be in 30 years when all the people I'm talking about are gonna be dead? And if they're not dead, they're gonna be, you know, pretty much housebound. They're gonna be so old that they can't really do much. It's gonna be insane. Okay, so let's say somebody's 69, they'll be 90. Let's say somebody's 50, they're gonna be 80 years old. That's so old. Like, that's crazy old. But I don't know. I'll be a young little stallion. I'll be fucking 50s or 60s. I'll be as old as they are right now, and it'll be weird. I hope I'm retired in 30 years. That'd be cool. I think that'd be really cool. I just want to have a badass house. I want to have badass, like, toys. Like, I want four-wheelers. I want a giant go-kart, like a 2-seater go-kart. Want several cars. The way I look at cars is like, you gotta have something that's really good on gas mileage. You gotta have something that's really good for moving shit, like a big truck. And then you gotta have, you know, like an in-betweener, you know, something that looks good, gets decent gas mileage, but, you know, it can handle the winter. So, and that's the really weird thing about, like, the West Coast, is they don't have to deal with the snow so much. So when they go car shopping, they're not looking at four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, any of that. That's not even a factor over there. Snow tires, all seasonal tires, nope, none of that. So I wonder what it's, because, like, that only means you're looking for cars that are good on gas miles, or a car that's really reliable, or something that can move stuff. You don't need four-wheel drive there. Like, what are you gonna do? Go sandbogging? Go mudbogging or something? I don't know. But over here, there's, like, a lot of factors you gotta take into account. But, what's that? Keep looking at houses for sale. I don't know why. Kinda wanna get a house. Shit. Driving past this barbecue store that looks so damn good. What is it called? I always forget the name of this fucking store. It's called Metzger's Smoke Shack Barbecue, and it looks so good. Whenever I hear the word pulled pork, I get a little excited, I'm not gonna lie. There's just something about some nice barbecue slathered meat. It's so good. Barbecue burgers. You put barbecue sauce on anything, and it's been factually proven that it is better for you to consume. Like, it's ridiculous. It's mad good. Got like 5 hours of sleep last night. Felt pretty good though. I think I haven't really played any games or talked about anything lately. Like anything constructive. Stardew Valley is a pretty badass game. I don't really want to talk about Stardew until I've beaten it completely. And beating it is kind of like a really hard descriptor, because technically you beat Stardew Valley when you've 10-starred everyone's friendships, you've gotten every single item in the game, you've done all the achievements. It's kind of one of those games that once you get past the first couple like introductory like quest lines, I don't think the story ever goes anywhere really. Like, the game starts out with you like in a cubicle, and then you realize you got a letter from your dead grandpa, like just been sitting there in your desk saying, hey, come. It says, when life gets too hard, come out to the ranch and just, you know, go crazy, live out here like the simple times. So that's how the game starts off. You go into town, the mayor introduces you, he says go meet everybody, that's your first quest. Once you've met everybody, then you have to go and basically just start learning how to do crops and how to do fishing and all this shit. I mean, it's very basic quest, so like I can't imagine there's going to be any other new thing that pops up in the storyline, but from that point on, it keeps going on the seasonal scale. So you do your spring season, your summer season, your fall and your winter, and then you start back off in spring again. So it's kind of a weird game. it's so weird to think that, like, back when they first started making video games and shit, it was just like a computer program. You basically it was designed to move things around the screen, like Pong. All Pong was a block that gets hit by 2 little lines and it goes back and forth. Like, that's a game that doesn't end. It's like a simple thing. It's this, you've got that and that and that. Then they're like, okay, like at the core, games are all just like commands, you know, like code. It's really weird because you've got games, like I said, you've got games where it's simple rule sets, you know. Open world games are like is open world? Oh, what was I gonna say? I don't know what would be easier to design, an open world game or a narrative driven game, because when you make a narratively driven game, you basically have a story that starts at a certain point, and then you go into like a level system. So you've got level 1. Alright, we need to go whip up level 1 real quick. Okay, we've designed all of level 1. Alright, let's add in the enemies and all the other weird shit. Boom, boom. Alright, let's add in the story bits. So once you get to, you know, this section of the level, this story will play. And so, like, those are very, like, I think, to me, that seems like that'd be a lot easier to code than, like, an open world game. But maybe they're both equally the same, because an open world game is just literally, like, a world, you design the world and all that, and then you just kind of design the mechanics around it. Like, there's a time system, a day system, there's a seasonal system, there's a weather system. You get stuff like that, but it's still, like, really, I don't know. I have no knowledge of game design, so I don't even know what I'm talking about it, but it's just kind of wacky. Oh, those cars. This guy's like a Buick dealer or something. So many Buicks. Did pretty good today. Got done at like 2:30, and this lady I work with, she's so good that she not only got her complete route done, but she got the side route done, which is usually like reserved for this one guy. But because her vehicle's in the shop, she had to use the vehicle that they supply at the office, and because she was going to be using that vehicle, then the other guy who does the side route, he was like, well, I don't have any vehicles to drive. So she was just like, yeah, go home. Like, I guess this was already all figured out, but then that guy just showed up anyways. So she ended up using that vehicle, did her entire route, then did his route, and I still barely beat her. I beat her by maybe 15 minutes. That's insane. She's so good. I did. I finally beat her for the first time ever. She feels good. I remember when I was learning the route for the first time, I did like a quarter of the route, like maybe 1/3 of the route. She was still done way before I was. So it's pretty nutty. It's so weird to think that I went from beating like 1/3 of the route in like 3 hours, 4 hours it would take me to do, and now it's like I pretty much have it all down pretty nicely. I can get the first one done in about an hour and a half, hour 45. I can do the next one in about 2 hours, and then the last one I can do in about 45 minutes, something like that, around there. There's just so many little dumb, like, diversions, really. There's just so many weird little houses where you've got to go drive all the way down here just to get to the mailbox, even though the house, like, the road is like a mile long. Like, why would you? I understand the convenience, like, you want to be able to walk out to your mailbox. That's okay, but like, it's so stupid. I don't know. It's stupid for me because I'm working. Like, I don't want to drive a mile down your road, then a mile back out of your road just to deliver 2 pieces of mail and a fucking Rite Aid flyer. The chain I was talking about the other day is called Kinney's Drugs. Kinney's Drugs. Kinneys. Kinney's. Rite Aid, Kinney's, Eckerd's, Walgreens. I forget the other ones, but there's like a fuck ton of them. It's that just bullshit pharmacy with a department store attached to it. Yeah, they've got a couple food items. They got a couple, seasonal items. Like, hey, come get your Halloween candy and your decorations. Oh, it's Christmas? Alright, come on, get your other shit. It's those places that they had those photo booths stuck in there where, like, come and we'll develop your photos in 12 hours. Shit like that. with school, I was curious if so I believe, like, I mean, I didn't go to school, so I don't know any of this. I've just heard things like when you go to school for photography, I heard they basically they do a section of like the semester where they teach you to use old cameras with film, and then you have to like learn how to develop your film in like a green, what are they called, red room, dark room, I think. They teach you how to do that. And I'm thinking, like, is that really important anymore? Like, that's, to me, it seems more like a hobbyist thing than anything. Why, like, it seems sort of like a waste to have, like, the school's budget, like, going to, like, a class that'll probably span, you know, a week or 2 or 3 weeks, who knows how long it's going to take, when they could be teaching you more, you know, more practicality, like what makes a better shot and stuff. Like, I'm sure that's covered, but, like, we're only getting further and further away from using film. Like, film is a dead media, you know. Like, don't movie theaters still run, they all run like digital copies of movies or something, right? They buy the rights to show the movie, but I'm pretty sure they're just running it off a CD or a hard drive or something. There's a dead skunk in the road, I can smell it. Got hit with the sleep, man. I'm so tired. I don't know why. How long is this video? 16 minutes? Okay. Hell yeah. So how about the Blue Jays? You think they're gonna win the World Series or what? I don't know. I think maybe the Red Cardinals might win. They got a strong game this year. Oh. How about the quarterback? You hear he got transferred over to the other team there, the Dynamos. Yeah, he got transferred over to the Dynamos. Adrian Hawkeye. Yeah, man, he got transferred. Yeah, you know, his mother always said that he was a strong boy, but he was also kind of an odd boy. I think that still holds very true to this day, that she is a mentor, but not only a mentor, but she's also a practicality. You know, she practices all day long. She gets in there, she gets out. I feel like poodle is a dying dog breed. I don't see poodles like walking the streets anymore. I don't see, there's so many weird dog breeds that you just don't see out and about. All I see, maybe it's a regional thing, but all I see are giant pit bulls. I see giant bulldogs. I see giant Dobermans. I see a bunch of golden retrievers. I see a bunch of huskies. But I don't see any I don't see that many wiener dogs. I don't see that many, just a couple of little things, man. I don't see a bunch of things. Something about that is weird. I don't know. Yeah, so Dunkin' milkshakes are really good. If you haven't tried one yet, call around, try to find them. Just be like, hey, do you guys do milkshakes? And you're gonna hopefully you find one. I can't imagine the only Dunkin' milkshake machines are in my area. That's really weird. What I do find really stupid though is there's a gas station that has Dunkin' in it next door. Not next door, but in the neighborhood. And they have a soft serve machine in the gas station, but the Dunkin' doesn't use it. Ugh, shit. I'm pretty sure they don't use that. It's weird. It's like a Subway, it's a Dunkin', and it's a gas station. It's a weird combination. But it's really not that weird though, because now that I think about it, there's another Dunkin' Subway gas station chain. So yeah, it's not that weird. Never mind, I scratched that. It's kind of odd, but you know, it's not that bad. Something. I got a dentist Tuesday. Yeah, everything over here. Yep, there's definitely my car. Yeah. I'm so paranoid with my car keys. Good thing I built up a like muscle memory of anytime I unlock a door, I instantly put my keys back into my pocket. Anytime I get out of the car, I lock the door and I put it in my pocket. So I've never actually been stranded or like I've never locked myself out of something. What's going on here? I've seen 2 firefighters go by me on my way home. Craziness. Crazy, wacky tobacco. Got a crack addiction, but it's not that bad. I've got weed in my blood. Smoke 'em all up. I know it's like to mow a giant yard that's like several hundred feet. Like, probably several acres, I'd say. I don't even know. That yard is just so big. This guy's got 2 giant sheds because he's got so many lawnmowers. That's crazy. Alright, let's see. I've got to take a picture of this phone number if it's on there. Is that it? Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm going to end this video here. I got to do this phone number. Alright, goodbye.